So Angela was born in Sale, Greater Manchester, but grew up in Stoke-on-Trent. She has had a varied career in printing, water and civil service, and she will be talking broadly about the influence of the media, peer pressure on the individual.
Hello. If we'd met 20 years ago, you would have seen a very different person. Quieter, much less confident, very much the home bird, and the wallflower at parties. Getting up and talking before a group of people such as this would never have happened at that time. In my late 30s I was married, with family, household paid for, car in the garage also paid for, I was in a reasonably paid job and had no major debts. Home from work each evening, sharing cooking, other daily chores with my partner, television, baby reader, and bed. Waking up the following morning with a whole daily cycle to repeat itself. And something happened. I had a wake-up call that had me looking at myself in the mirror and wondering what I was doing with my life. On the face of it, I had everything, especially in material terms. But deep down I knew there was something more, some great part of me that was somehow being denied. Something that was missing from my life. I was looking in the mirror and wondering about that stranger I saw standing there. I started taking evening classes, just one night a week, and this got me out of the house and meeting new people. Shaking me out of my day-to-day routine, helping me to think and see beyond, and also teaching me to question. This, I suppose, led to me challenging certain long-held assumptions and asking some very uncomfortable questions about myself. I had also joined a couple of social groups and got to meet and talk with other people in similar situations. And although this and other things did lead to the breakdown of marriage, we did part as good friends, remaining so to this day. New friends, new social circles and a new job. Getting out and seeing a bit of the world, I spent my 40s and 50s exploring the new me. Travelling, making new friends and having new experiences. I ran my first half marathon. I got my first tattoo. My late 40s saw me at Stonehenge with flowers in my hair and barefoot. Or camping out under the stars and drinking mead and sitting talking around a campfire with members of a pagan folk rock group. All the things I should have done in the teens and 20s, but was too conformist, too scared of my own shadow, and too paranoid of what others may think, do or say. Getting out and about, meeting new friends, exposing myself to new experiences, has in some ways opened my eyes to the needs of others. Needs which have also been denied for want of trying to fit in with some sort of supposed social norm. You see, it wasn't until my late 30s that the real me started focusing on the fact that I'd been living my life according to the wishes and expectations of others. Conforming to what my parents, or friends, or my work colleagues, or next door neighbours, or media wanted me to be, rather than the me I should be, if that makes any sense. Now when I think back on the achievements of the past 15 odd years, and look again at myself in that mirror, I can say, not bad for a 55-year-old woman. And I might add, not bad for a 55-year-old trans woman. You see, a large part of the reason for that split from my married partner was my overwhelming need to transition, to use a technical term, and be the woman I always felt myself to be, but tried for so many years to suppress. I'd mistakenly thought that my gender dysphoria, another technical term, was something that I could somehow push into the background and deny the existence of. Sadly, I believed what it said in the newspapers, on the television, and in the media in general, that what I was feeling about my gender was a lifestyle choice, and that I should somehow be ashamed of myself, and that I should try and make it go away. But it isn't true. Transsexualism is something that trans people are born with. It's not anything to do with choices or upbringing, or the toys we're given to play with when we're tiny children, or our sexuality, or television programmes we've watched or books we've read, or whether or not we have fathers or mothers who are positive role models. Nowadays it's generally believed that gender dysphoria, there's that technical term again, starts in the womb. And that makes it about as easy to make go away as being left or right-handed, or the colour of our eyes, or the colour of our skin. Today I do the 9-to-5 job. I have less in material terms, more debts, but life is a heck of a lot more interesting. I've made more friends in the last 10 years than the previous 20. True, life isn't perfect, it never is. But I'm finding the issues I have to face on a day-to-day basis are a lot more easy to deal with when I'm not trying to be someone or something I'm not. Summing up then, I would just like to say that every day we're bombarded with news stories, adverts, television images, eye-catching newspaper headlines, and what we think of as the real world is a fiction, cooked up by advertising agencies, marketed by media moguls, sold to us by politicians and leaders of industry. Peer pressure, media influence, upbringing, these all influence our views on the world and the different lifestyles of people within it, and influence our own choices and direction in life. We're told we have freedom of expression, just as long as we express ourselves in certain approved of ways. We're told to be ourselves, only to be criticised if the ourself we're trying to be doesn't fit in with the ourself others think we should be. We're told we have rights as individuals, only to see a great long list of other people's rules. Rules that limit our right to be individuals. Don't speak that way. Don't dress like that. Don't watch that film. Don't read that book. Don't walk. Don't park. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Don't speak. Don't think.